Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing 5 tips with you to help you increase business on Fiverr in 2021. Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to another Fiverr Friday episode. I'm Abby Lewis, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things that could help you to increase your business on Fiverr in 2021. Maybe you're new to Fiverr, or maybe your business has just seen a bit of drop in sales lately, but I hope these tips will help you guys and help you improve and help you see that number go a little bit higher in your earned income. Everyone could use an extra buck right now, right? So let's dive in. Tip number 1 is to make sure that your price is right. There may be some overlap in this video from the last video. I will touch on some of the same things, but also things I didn't touch on in the last video as well. If you see a drop in your sales lately, it might have nothing to do with you or your pricing. It could have to do with just what's going on in the Fiverr world and in the freelance world and global economy in general. People don't have as much money, or they're tight on money, or it's kind of a time of year where statistically things start to drop. Well, it might be time to start lowering your prices just for that time. It might be time to start offering some promotions to try to up the incentive. So you can offer like a 20 or 25% discount on your products. This is just one idea. For example, you could message all your previous clients and say, hey, I'm running a special. Now my vocal packages are going to be 20% off through the end of the month, or something like that. So that's an idea. So you can experiment with that. If you're new to Fiverr, you could be charging too much for your services, because the most important thing in the beginning, like I mentioned in the last video, is building reviews. So you may want to drop your prices until you get a few reviews and then slowly, gradually rise them up. Sorry guys, if you hear screaming in the background, it's probably my 1.5-year-old. I don't really know what's going on, but I hope that you're gonna be able to concentrate. Anyway, if you are already an existing established seller on Fiverr and you just suddenly see a drop in your sales for no reason, the same principle works. You may want to lower your prices for a while until business picks back up, or you may want to offer a promotion to increase the incentive to buy. Another thing you can do is just message all of the clients that wrote you recently, or that were thinking of purchasing more in the future but haven't placed a sale yet, or reach out to buyers that maybe haven't purchased your services yet but they were interested, and just check up on them and say, hey, how's it going? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you need vocals? Etc. Just keep up the relationships. But I'm going to touch on that later in this video as well. Tip number 2 is to try to expand your horizons and think a bit outside the box. Offer more services perhaps on Fiverr. Lately, I have done that myself. I've made a gig about voiceover now and English accent coaching, because these are still in the same area that I'd like to be working in. And I realized that I'm not limited to only offering vocals or songwriting on Fiverr. I actually have other skills that may be of use to my potential clients and that I really enjoy doing. Voiceover acting, for example, is kind of an easy transition because I already am used to recording myself, working in the studio, talking in general in front of a camera. So I have started out my voiceover gig on Fiverr. Right now I charge $5 for 200 words, and I've already had one message with a client interested, so we'll see what happens. My other gig that I created recently is English accent coaching for singers, or just for everyday speaking. Something that I do living abroad in Hungary is that I help professional singers improve their accent in English while singing, so that they can be more marketable to the Western music industry. And that's something I really love, enjoy. I love helping people. I love to see my students improve and succeed. I love to help musicians as well. That's why I make these videos, because I want to help freelance musicians like you guys who are just trying to make it like I am. So English accent coaching is something else that I realized would be really great to offer on Fiverr as well. So I have these 2 new gigs and we'll see what happens. My third tip is to start a YouTube channel or blog that creates content that could help drive traffic to your Fiverr account. Let me get one thing straight before I go into this. I am not only making these videos so that you guys will go purchase my gig on Fiverr. It is great, however, that I get exposure through doing YouTube videos and that I may have potential clients from doing these videos. But the reason I started this is because I just love sharing my passion and I love helping other people like you to discover some tools maybe or some ideas that will help increase your business. So I just love sharing that. I love creating the communal aspect around what I do. It's really encouraging to me. I love to encourage other people, and being a freelancer who works from home, sometimes you just get a bit bored and a bit lonely and wish you had kind of like co-workers in a sense. So this is kind of my way to connect with other people who are like-minded and doing the things that I'm doing is by providing this kind of content and allowing you guys to engage with what I do. That being said, it is also a great marketing strategy. It's a great way to build your client base and your audience, both as a musician and as a freelancer who's just trying to get business like everybody else. So I would highly recommend starting to branch out and make content, write a blog, promote your blog, promote some YouTube videos, and start to offer something of value to people that gets them coming back for more and that perhaps makes them interested in actually using you for your services. Tip number 4. Make sure you are worth the investment. When somebody goes to buy from you on Fiverr, they really want to have a good experience, and you want them to have a good experience because then they'll go and tell all of their friends about you. So it's really important that you do everything you can to make that client feel that the experience they received was well worth their investment. For example, if I have a buyer who comes to me and it's their first time working with me, I want to make sure that I land that sale. And the way that I can do that is by accommodating their needs. Maybe they have a bit lower budget than my package allows, but maybe I should be willing to work with that in order to accommodate their needs and in order for them to get the word out about me that I'm really easy to work with and that I really care about them as a client and as a person, and I don't just care about making money. The minute we become greedy and the minute we start not to compromise on things, that's when we just start not seeing sales because people have needs, specific needs and a specific budget. And you as a freelancer should be able to fulfill that, or else they're just gonna go somewhere else. And I'm not talking about when you're like highly successful and you have hundreds of orders and you just simply don't have time for something like that. That's a different story. But if you're just starting out, you kind of have to take what you can get. And the most important thing is building your reputation. So maybe take that job for $150 instead of $200, because that's just gonna help build your reputation, get you more good reviews, get you more potential clients through that client that you made very happy. You could even try throwing in extras like free mixing and mastering on their first order or 20% off their first order like I mentioned before. These are all ways to make sure that you are worth the investment and that your client walks away not regretting that they chose you. My last tip of the day today is to be responsive and to follow up with your potential buyers and clients. The main way that I make sure I stay on top of my Fiverr messages and on top of responding to people is by downloading the Fiverr app onto my phone, and I make sure the notifications are on. That way I always see if someone messaged me and I can write them back right away. This is also helpful for helping your rating on Fiverr and helping you move up the levels. There are levels on Fiverr: level 1 seller, level 2, and then I believe after that it's top rated seller. Perhaps there's another level, I don't remember. But the point is that you want to move up those levels as well so that you can get a better appearance overall on Fiverr, and more people will see, oh wow, she's a level 2 seller, that's impressive. So that's another reason for this is, first of all, you're gonna land way more sales if you're responsive and you write back as soon as possible. And second of all, Fiverr really likes that and it's gonna make you look really good on the platform. The only downside to this is that with the messaging aspect, there really is no day off in a sense. Like for me, I have to respond to that. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. If it's a weekend, if I'm on vacation, I always respond to my Fiverr messages, even if it's just to say, hey, I don't have time this week, but we can start it in a week from now or 2 weeks from now. But you want to be available and you want to be able to respond to people. Otherwise, you might be missing out on a lot of work. So there you have it, guys. There are 5 tips for helping increase your business on Fiverr. If you guys have any other ideas of how to increase business, or you have things that have worked for you, please comment down below because I would love to hear about it, and I'm sure everyone else watching this video would love to hear about it too. If you have any questions or requests about topics we could talk about or difficulties that you've had working on Fiverr, please comment that down below as well, and I'll try to make videos based off of those questions and those requests, because I love helping people who are trying to do this and I love talking about it. Let's do it together and let's go be Fiverr bosses. Thanks guys for watching. If you like what you see, please give this video a thumbs up and please be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so that you can receive notifications of new videos that I release in the future. Thanks guys, and have a fantastic week and go crush it. Bye.